this disclaimer. Yeah, look at that. I'm gonna spoil this entire thing, but it's good. I'll say that. So go watch it before this video.
Anyway, this is my here's my Gaslight District OC. Look at that. Yeah, like he's gross and has pimples. Yeah, and he smokes like a cool guy. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, he's real evil. He's real evil. You don't want to mess with this guy. Yeah. Yeah. Gross eyebrows. You little bugger. Yeah, look at that. Wait. You little bugger. Look at that. Okay. Yeah. Wait. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, there we go. Alright. Oh, no. Close off the eyes. Yeah, look at this. Watch. Okay. I mean, is this not coming together? Look at that. But, yeah, go watch the Gaslight District before this video. And please understand that... Yo, wait, what? Yo, okay, there we go, I got this, ready? Go watch the Gaslight District before this video, because I'm going to spoil this like a ton. I'm going to be putting clips on screen, I'm going to be talking about what happens in the pilot. And I'm also going to be hating on other glitch projects. Mentally prepare yourself. I'm evil. Yeah, please watch the Gaslight District. Thank you.
Alright. I'm gonna say it right now. The Gaslight District is the best glitch pilot out right now. And I actually think it's the only good glitch pilot. At all. The only good thing that Glitch has put out so far. There's a couple things that actually blew my mind about it. Like, first off, I enjoyed it. It wasn't just good compared to the trash Glitch normally puts out. It's just good. That normally does not happen. So, nice job, guys. Obviously, the two big shows right now are Murder Drones and The Amazing Digital Circus. The Gaslight District absolutely smashes them. They get demolished. Okay, it's so much better. It's actually insane. When I first saw the trailer, not on Glitch's channel, but I saw a trailer on the creator's channel, and I was actually super skeptical about it. But yeah, I watched it a day after it came out, so I was a little behind everyone. I'm behind everyone right now. Fantastic. I have a few criticisms, critiques, but man, overall, what a great introduction to this world. This has got me invested. This is not some garbage slop that got put out. So, the first thing I want to bring up when comparing it to, I'm going to compare it to the other shows first, so Murder Drones and The Amazing Digital Circus. First off, the character design is it's very unique. So all the main characters in the Gaslight District have good silhouettes, they have good personality, everyone is distinct. Very good. Yo, this is Future editing me. I do want to mention that shows like The Amazing Digital Circus and Has Been a Hotel, Hell of a Boss, those three, they do have distinct, they have more distinct background character designs. I forgot to mention that in the Gaslight District, all of the background characters are literally the exact same. So, it doesn't really matter at all. It's just like, is there a reason as to why everyone looks the same except the main characters, or is that just a stylistic choice? Not sure. It's definitely not a positive, but it does not ruin it for me at all. Alright, future me, gone, bye. Murder Drones does not have that. I don't even remember their names. The two female drones, they are the exact same character with different motivation, and they are on different sides. That's literally, they're just on different sides. They look the exact same. They talk the exact same. Horrible character design. They are almost the exact same character model. That is so bad. The plot is way better than Murder Drew. I can't actually speak on the plot too much, but my understanding of the world was pretty good. But I also do have to mention this is only the pilot, and when comparing to the Murder Drones pilot, I can't say that the plotting was that much better. The entire Murder Drone show, the storytelling methods and plot got really convoluted and really stupid really quick. So, Murder Drone's plot, the storytelling sucks. But I can't say that for the pilot, so that's not a very fair comparison. We'll have to see if the Gaslight District can keep its quality, because glitch shows have a tendency to fall off really hard after the pilot. Now, when talking about the Amazing Digital Circus, obviously they have much better character designs than Murder Drones. Every single character is very unique, even background characters, which is I would say they have better distinctive character designs than maybe the Gaslight District. I do prefer the Gaslight District's character designs. It does feel more. It just feels higher quality, honestly. But the Amazing Digital Circus, good character designs. The Amazing Digital Circus also retains a cohesive plot compared to Murder Drones, but that's really only because nothing really happens. They're building up this world, but nothing happens. Literally nothing happens. There's no change. The worst thing about the Amazing Digital Circus is quote unquote character development. There is no character development except for Pomni becoming less annoying. That's literally all that happens. All the characters maybe you learn more about them, but they do not change. After they get their little highlight in an episode, they go back to normal, and then that's it. There you go. And they keep doing this thing where they'll take one of the main characters, and they are not present during the episode. They are on the sidelines, and they tend to hyper focus on one or two characters, completely forgetting about the others. So they start to feel like side characters, and that's not super good. But what do you expect? What do you expect at this point? Okay. Now, just some things that stood out to me with the Gaslight District is, like I was saying, the character design, fantastic, beautiful. It's not cringe for the most part. There's a couple scenes where like their eyes light up and they smile all. I have an issue with the female character. Why? So far, every single protagonist has been a female, which is not bad. But now we're starting to get the same personality. I'm a little sick in the head. Punk, I'm a rebel. We're starting to get like clones, essentially. So this is almost just like evil Uzi from Murder Drones. She's just a little more crazy in the head. I'm still rebel though. Like, come on, guys. This is getting exhausting. But yeah, they do that whole like glowing eye thing. It's like, I'm going crazy. It's a little stupid. Okay, animation, fantastic. They kind of hit this like stop motion, cool. It looks amazing. There's 2D drawings within the 3D. So cool. Really cool. Besides the main character, like I was saying, the other characters are actually really unique. They're not really tropey. They're not super, they're not seen in another glitch project. They're like these unique characters that I actually really enjoy, like seeing them on screen. So that's really cool. It's got this nice hint of edge. Like it doesn't feel marketed towards kids. Like obviously, a lot of glitch production stuff feels very childlike. This feels it's a nice little edge. Yeah, there's just some edge to it. It's really cool. And I'm gonna make a lot of comparisons to Has Been Hotel, even though it's not a glitch project. Just because there's things in this that it just, if Has Been Hotel implemented, maybe it would actually be good, but it's not. Like, for example, Has Been Hotel characters, again, horrendous character design. They're all the same. They all have like the same body shape, no stylization when it comes to the body shape. Where in the Gaslight District, they have this stylized dramatization, however you say that. They stylize the body shapes. Like, yes, that's a little wacky. No one looks exactly like that in real life, but it makes the character so much more visually interesting, which shows like Helva Boss and Has Been Hotel do not do. They are all skinny and lanky. Every character is skinny and lanky practically. That's it. There's this thing I saw. It was with The Simpsons. It's like you can tell The Simpsons apart by the silhouettes. I could not tell the Murder Drone characters apart by the silhouettes. I probably couldn't do the Has Been Hotel characters by their silhouettes. I probably could, but they still look visually similar. However, the Gaslight District, you can tell them apart by their faces, their silhouettes. Even shows like Dragon Ball Z, their faces are all super similar. But Gaslight District has such distinct character design that I would say it does better than Dragon Ball Z. And that's not some little indie project. That's a big show, that's good. That's good stuff. Okay. When it comes to the world, again, super interesting. So they've established that people, they can't die, right? Or when I say people, I mean like the race of beings that are inhabiting this world. So people can't die. They can, well, they die, but they resurrect. So motor functions shut down for a second, you lose consciousness, and then you're like back. I'll put some clips up on screen, and that's the law of the land, right? And it's not like Has Been Hotel where it's like, yo, angel, if you have the weapon of an angel, you die you die for good. That's it, you dead. No, it's like you die, but everyone comes back, right? You never really die. So the main characters have this awesome concept, which again is a nice little hint of edge, where they debilitate someone, right? And then they cement them and drop them into the ocean. So this is similar to like, mafia. We're gonna cement you. We're gonna put you in the lake. But the thing is, these guys that they do this to, they keep drowning and resurrecting over and over again. So that's really cool to see. I like that. Again, a little nice hint of edge. I keep seeing people in the comments be like, dude, the body horror. It's crazy. This is the scariest thing I've ever seen. And again, that kind of shows like Glitch has such a child audience. The body horror. It's so scary. Which, yeah, okay, the concept. It's scary. But man, I don't think that's body horror. There was a one scene I would consider body horror, where one of the characters, he's a living bread guy. He like saws his head off, and he's all crazy eyes. And it's all like, whoa, yo, his neck's getting chopped up. That's scary. That's cool. That was a little, I think the kids can be scared of that one. That was cool. But anyways, yeah, great world building. Really sets the environment good. It just explains the plot, this overarching plot, this like myth where there's a human that's gonna come from the angel eggs, right? And this is again why I'm gonna compare it to Has Been Hotel so much, because it seems almost like a heaven and hell thing, but I'm not entirely sure yet. It's very unique. But this human's gonna come from the angel egg, and she has black blood, right? And our main character is actually the human, but no one knows but her dad. Even the other members of the crime family, they don't know she's the human. Only the dad knows she's human. So they're trying to hide this big secret. but they tell us of the myth, and they kind of talk about how the world is like ended pretty much, and all these the remnants of humans have mutated into these creatures. I think they're called rotlings. Cool stuff. But then you kind of just figure out the laws of the land by watching, like the whole resurrection thing. Figure out how that works just by watching. They don't need to explain that to you, which is very cool. Um, and then I didn't even notice while watching this, but I went through the comments afterwards just to like look at what people are saying, and there was cuss words in this, which is that's new for Glitch, which again this shows that this show may be marketed towards a more mature audience, which would make sense why it's so much better, but I didn't know, and going back and like rewatching it, I was like, oh yes, this is very tastefully used. This isn't put in awkward places like Hasman Hotel, where it's just like F word, B word, just like cussing over and over and over. This has fairly tasteful cussing and very good timing. Um, Another thing this show does good is action sequences, very well choreographed. I remember watching this with my buddy. It was the final Murder Drones fight, and we were laughing our heads off over how insanely hard to follow this was. And then the music, oh my gosh. It was so ironically funny. It was so bad. But I feel like in the Gaslight District, everything is super concise on what's going on. It looks amazing. I'll pull up some like impact frames. Like this looks really cool. All the fighting is pretty stylized. It has this flair to it. So cool. And I remember I mentioned earlier how the bread guy chopped his head off to like he uses his head. His head is a big bread of loaf. Oh my gosh, big loaf of bread, and he uses his head to like attract angel bird, right? I don't want to, I'm not gonna go into the entire story, but he uses this to attract some bird thing, right? And I just noticed like these characters, they just like creative use of their environment and bodies, and again just high quality stuff, very very high quality thing put out by Glitch, which again, and in comments people are like, whoa, this is so different, because it's so much different because the things Glitch has been putting out, it's not good. Glitch puts out it's almost slop. It's almost there. But yeah, I'm very excited to see how the Gaslight District does. I hope it does well. Hope it does better than every other Glitch project. I need them to win. They have my vote for Glitch project number 1. But again, I did not dislike the Murder Drones pilot. I did not dislike the Amazing Digital Circus pilot. The shows only really got bad after a couple episodes. For the Amazing Digital Circus, it got bad after the second one. Like it was the fall off was insane. It needs to be studied. But for this show, well, the pilot wasn't just like, oh, it's just all right. I don't get what the hype is. That was my reaction to the circus and Murder Drone. It was just like, oh, I don't understand the hype. This is just mid. I'm interested. You got me hooked on the show. That's what a pilot's supposed to do. I remember people in the comments were saying, wow, this is like a whole short film. And yeah, that's what a pilot's supposed to do. It's supposed to be a short story to get you hooked on the rest of the show, which they did fantastic. So, for everyone who worked on this, you guys did great. Of course, they also have Michael Kovac. That guy is in everything, man. It's insane. If you weren't a voice actor when all this stuff started blowing up, can you even get in now? There's so many returning voice actors in this. Like, can you even get a job in the industry? Or are you like, is it just the same returning people? That's like a question I have, seriously. Because Michael Kovac is literally in everything. And there's some Murder Drones people in here, I believe. But, man, fantastic. Again, my only criticism, I think, if I remember correctly. No, I have a couple, actually. Yeah, the eyes, the smiles, like the I'm crazy. And then the female character was actually, she wasn't bad. She was just a tiny bit annoying, like just a bit, but it wasn't too much. And I also want to mention, like, every time the dad gets mad, he has like a shot, like there's like shots of like his brain going all nuts. He's all, "Rah!" It's so good. It's such a good bit. I love that. Oh my gosh. Yeah, there's so much. Oh, yeah, I'm tired. So much personality to everything. Everything is so good. And it's not just they're more complicated than just like the trope, right? Like with even with Amazing Digital Circus, it's like, oh Jax, you're just like annoying to other people. Ragatha, you get pushed around a little bit and you're too kind or whatever. Pomni, you're scared of everything. No, it's like they actually feel like people, which is insane that that's like high quality now, but whatever, dude. Uzi, she's like, it almost, yeah, again, with all those shows, it doesn't really feel like they have character development, except for maybe like the bad guys. They kind of, yeah, they go from bad to good. The murder drones. Oh, two of them turn good or whatever. Whoa, that's crazy. But Uzi feels like the same person when the story started and when the story ended, and she essentially is, which that kind of sucks. And I'm not saying like that the Gaslight District characters will be better. They're not gonna have the same flaws. They will change that because I don't know. Again, this is the pilot, but my first impressions from the pilot is that they're just already so much more complex. They're not some flat trait. They actually have a built-out personality. So good, good stuff. All right. Well, again, I'm gonna be honest. I do not like most glitch projects, but Gaslight District is pretty gas, pretty heat. I definitely recommend you watch this. This is future me. One last thing I want to add is they have like, those SpongeBob shots where it's like hyper realistic. They have a couple of those, and man, they're so good. I love they added those. It's pretty like cartoony. There's like elements of 2D and 3D mixed together. Again, like I was saying, very stylized. But then every now and then they drop like one of these bombs. It's so good. Again, another reason to really like the show. I also want to mention like they have a scene where Mud flicks the dad's nipple, and it's like, yeah, they have a nipple shot. All right, thanks for watching, everyone. That was awesome. Thanks.
Another thing I want to talk about is like the last video I did got way more views than I ever expected, and that's really cool. So, and if you guys from that old video are watching this, hello again. Thanks for watching. Honestly, I have a lot of ideas what to talk about, and then I just like lose steam or something comes up and I lose interest, stuff like that. I don't want to talk about anything too serious because I want to make jokes about it, but I also want to do things that are interesting and relevant. So, if you made it this far, put an idea down in the comments. What do you want me to talk about? And I'll talk about it, okay? I really will. I really will. Again, thank you for all the love and support on the last video. I'm doing a heart hand gesture right now. You just can't see me. There it is. Look at that. But yeah, in the comments, what do you want to see? What do you want to hear? What do you want me to do different in my videos? Honestly, I didn't do anything too crazy for editing. Man, I just put clips in. There's little funny images every now and then. That's really it. Let me know if you want anything to be changed. And again, thank you for watching the video, and goodbye.